Hey guys, Charles here from the Thought Not Series podcast, playing in a modern PTQ online, and I've got a sweet Jeskai Ascension brew that I've been playing. I guess it's not really a brew, it's been around for a while, and I didn't come up with it, so it's in no way a brew. I remember that once I brought a Thopter Sword to a modern, Tuesday Night Modern, and I'm like, hey, I have a brew, and they're like, what is it? Oh, it's just Thopter Sword. How is that a brew? I was brewing around it, I built it myself. But this one I did not build myself. I tweaked it a bit from other sources, so I guess it's not technically a brew. Or even in spirit a brew. A witch's brew, maybe. Is witch's brew a card? I mean, there's like Bog Brew Witch. That combo in M14. Okay. Feeling pretty good. We are 3-0 so far. Hopefully Magic Online will load. There we go. And we're on the play. Excellent. And unfortunately this hand is a mulligan. Okay, I can work with this. Got 2 Ascensions and a Scry. Excuse me. I think we just played on Sulphur Falls tapped. Not to mess up our Scry, play Ascension, and try to go from there. Opponent's also mulligan to 6. Don't want a second Ascension out, obviously. Probably just go Sulphur Falls, Spire Bluff, into Ascension. What plays Island Delver? Okay. Here. I think I change plans. I'm playing Thing in the Ice because we just want to cast a bunch of spells. Guess our opponent could have Mana Leak, maybe? But he can't have Spell Snare to hit Lightning Bolt. I guess he could have Spell Pierce that we can play around. He could also have Dispel. Alright, so his Delver did not flip, which is good. I think I'm still trying to bolt it next turn, though. Not going to run into a lightning bolt here, and I can take 1 damage. I even said that I was going to play around Spell Pierce, but luckily we were not punished. Sealed. So I'm not sure what flavor of Delver we're playing against right now. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out on this magical journey together. Okay, so we are playing against Grixis Delver, and kept kind of a slow hand without a Terminate or anything, so... Oh, perfect. Just get... Hallowed Fountain. Scour us. Rawr. So our opponent can play a Tasigur here by delving away his entire graveyard, but he's still under the gun from a gigantic 7/8. Getting probed there makes sense. Just trying to get... More likely just trying to get more information here. Let's probe him back. Eyes, yes. Ah! Eyes healed. So, still does not have a way to kill our Awakened Horror. This will just Sleight of Hand here. And yeah, I'm just going to pick up this Sleight of Hand for next turn. Alright, so if we can just get Lightning Bolt, we can pretty much win here. So he can chump for a while, but our deck is full of burn spells, so... Oh, perfect. Alright. Yes, same targets. And yeah, that does it. So our opponent just had kind of a slow draw there, had to keep a one-lander. And yeah, we got there. So we definitely want Dispel, because they're going to bring in negates and such, and I do want to be able to defend against stuff like that. Good news is that Pyromancer Ascension is pretty immune to a Grixis Delver deck. I guess he could have engineered explosives, but that's about it. Do I want Anger of the Gods? That's an interesting question. He has Young Pyromancer, so that is something to consider. And I got Thing in the Ice though, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable with that. I do want Dispel to protect my Thing in the Ice though. Do I want Path to Exile? The only thing that I'm really concerned about is Tasigur, and I'm actually just fine with bringing in Dispels. I guess I take out just 2 copies of Lightning Helix. 2 mana is a little bit slow, and one of their main methods of interaction is going to be Spell Snare, so that's fine. And I think this hand's fine. Got a Bolts for early Delvers and Pyromancers. Yeah, let's just fetch up Steam Vents and bolt this guy. Goes Pyromancer, we can Helix it. And I think if he doesn't play land, I mean, no, he's going to play land, but if he doesn't play a blue land, okay, so now that is interesting. I did say that I was concerned about Spell Snare, but if we let him untap, he can have Remand and Mana Leak, so it's better to just try to resolve Thing in the Ice in this one window we have. He could also have Terminate. I mean, I guess he just has Spell Snare here, which is unfortunate. But we unfortunately didn't have many ways to play around it. Let's see what he has. It's a pretty good hand. Double Snap, Thought Scour. Jeez. Okay. I think here we just probe with mana. Probe for life. Okay. Well, here I'm just gonna pass the turn. If he wants to just run out a Snapcaster, I can Lightning Helix it. And the neat thing is now that we know that he has Snapcaster there, we can defend it with we can defend a 2-drop that we might want to cast with Remand. Don't think I want both of these. Serum Visions. Just want them both. I really just want to focus on finding a threat here. Just play this tapped. Does he just go Snap Thought Scour here? It's not the greatest that he has a clock now, but it's about the same amount of life, about helixing it or not. So here we just go ahead and pass the turn. So now I've got 2 of the cards in his hand. Okay. So what we're going to do is go to Lightning Helix this guy. And if he tries to go Snapcaster, Spell Snare, we're going to remand the Spell Snare that gets flashed back. I guess it's possible our opponent just lets this resolve because it's a Snapcaster mage. Excuse me. Counter Squall. Ugh. I guess we can remand our own Lightning Helix. He can Spell Snare our remand. We take 4 this turn, go down to 5, but then we are relatively free the next turn. Right. We have 2 draw steps to try finding something. Didn't have a burn spell in hand at that time, but chances are good that he's probably drawn something there. I mean, he could have. It's probably likely that he boarded out Lightning Bolts, right? Doesn't kill anything here. So, it's actually a consideration to bring Young Pyromancer in, considering that we've gone so far and we haven't seen a Lightning Bolt. So given that our opponent seems to have... Oh wow, I just let that resolve. That's pretty good. Okay, that's kind of smart. I don't know. I mean, what would have been better if he had probed us pre-combat, actually, so, for him. Because, then he would have known whether or not what threats we have. So let's do the same dance again. But he doesn't know that we drew remand for the turn. Actually, we could just remand the Snapcaster right now. Actually, I'm down for that. Just means less damage coming through. The next turn. Yeah, I'm not... Okay, Bolt's his own Snapcaster. I'm fine with that. Sleight of hand here. I think I do want remand. Play this tapped and say go. So we know he has 1 Snapcaster Mage left in hand. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Taxian Probe here. Snap Thought Scour. Okay. So I think that we just want to pass here. Doesn't look like there's anything that we particularly want to play. I think we want to go end step Thought Scour ourselves a bunch to try to get some more information before getting to a fight here. going to lightning bolt, which is, I suppose, interesting. Not that he goes for Kolaghan's command. I think that that's the more obvious play. I'll remand the lightning bolt. That's flashed back. Drew another Snapcaster Mage. That's brutal. Let's see if we can draw some spells of our own. We have one more Thought Scour. We could hit a Dispel. Okay. You're dead. Okay. Unfortunate, but yeah. Okay. That's fine. I think I just run it back. I'm fine with the way we have our main deck configured, and yeah, I'm not really missing the Young Pyromancers here, because he did leave in Lightning Bolt. And, I mean, he might actually have Electrolyzes too, and he also has Kolaghan's command, and you know, with all that, it's becoming more and more unattractive to have Young Pyromancer. Guess I might want Lightning Helix back in, but really not excited about that. Again, I would just rather have Dispel to protect my spells there. Would love to play first, and yeah, got a pretty good hand. Cantrip into Ascension, which is always good. Both these are actually pretty good. Right, let's definitely get Taxian Probe to see if he has the Spell Snare. He does. He also has a Murderous Cut. Also light on lands, so what I actually think we're going to do is just do nothing that would help him out. I'm not going to play spells into a Spell Snare when he has to fetch in order to get that to work. Actually, don't like fetching there on his part. He needs to draw lands. Alright, I mean, if we're being that lucky. And I know I'm the last person to complain about being lucky. My opponent being lucky. Okay. So now he has Counter Squall and Spell Snare. Why didn't I do that? Yeah, he had Command, Cut, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you have anything else? Oh yeah, Snare and Squall. See, it has a pretty stacked hand there. I think end of turn, I'm going to burn this Manamorphose on his end step. Just want to try drawing into some more lands. Given that our opponent isn't really doing anything at the moment, I feel pretty content sitting tight. So, just gonna go blue. Alright, did not draw the Thought Scour that I potentially wanted. Let's Taxian Probe again. Okay, let me actually take a screen cap this time. So, would love to draw Dispel here. Did not draw Dispel. What is good, though, is we have next turn Ascension plus Remand. Yeah, he has to cast his Serum Visions in order to hit land drops. So this gives us an opening to resolve Pyromancer Ascension. Let's get Hallowed Fountain tapped. And once this is on the board, he has no way to remove it apart from an engineered explosives. And yep, good that we have this mana advantage. Don't tell me he's drawn the engineered explosives. Okay, it's just a Tassiger. I can work with Tassiger. What we can do is just play a Thing in the Ice, it gets countered, and then Helix and Bolt it. Alright. He does have Murderous Cut in hand, which he can't actually cast. So let's just play another Thing in the Ice. Let's try to deplete him of resources. Actually, no, that was a mistake. I don't want him to be able to cast more spells, so. So, like, if I just passed, he, left a Spell Snare mana and he's not able to use it. I mean, there's value in getting the Spell Snare out of his hand, but it's not really great. I guess I can go Helix Bolt. And still be able to cast Bedlam Reveler. Okay. He does have he has Counter Squall, but yeah, that's fine. There's also just value in getting counters off of our Thing in the Ice. Boop. Alright. Draw a card, scry 2. I don't think I want Dispel, but I do want Probe. A little unfortunate that Thing in the Ice does not bounce the Bedlam Reveler, because it's also a horror. I mean, I guess it is and it isn't, but... Like, then it stays on the board and it's a clock, but okay, so he can cast a Murderous Cut here. If he just passes the turn, though, that would be a mistake, because we can go Gitaxian Probe, he has to kill it in response, and then in response we Lightning Bolt him, and then crash for 5 plus 7, 12. Yeah, he has to kill it there. All right. He's healed. I guess I should have played the Ascension out first. That's another mistake. Oh well. Not too punished. Smash for 6. Our opponent's stuck on lands. Just really wanna draw more spells here. Guess our opponent can play Delver and Murderous Cut here. See, I just want to close the game out as quickly as possible. Shipping the turn. Okay. Well, I have this Dispel. So we went bottom top with Serum Vision, so it's probably going to flip. K command, okay. Interesting. Ah, man. Yeah, he can just kill us in the air. Unfortunate. Felt like we were pretty favored here, but yep. Is there anything we could have done differently this game? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that whole play with the spell snare there, like allowing our opponent to use that mana efficiently. Like we went Thing in the Ice, and then playing the other Thing in the Ice was a mistake, because that allowed him to use his mana, and because he has to delve, because his hand depended on being able to delve away cards, he was able to get Tassiger probably about a turn faster, and that chip damage ended up losing us the game. So, like, if we were just 4 points higher, then, we're the one with the faster clock, and we can respond to his, we can respond to his clunky spells with our own Dispel. I mean, we did draw a lot of lands here, but that's no excuse for making the wrong play. Yeah. Okay. Still learning the ropes on this deck. I'm definitely rusty on this one. So, okay. We can still win our last match to get the qualification for the PTQ final, though. So, stay tuned for round number 5.